This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
20.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And an alley to run. He'll have a first down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
54 miles. Here we go. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Gun.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Flushed out right. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Newton. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 36. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Newton. And it's caught. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ready? Ready? Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Check 3. Check 8. 8. Ready?
It's Coleman here. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Forced out to his left. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Cam Newton, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first down, Allen. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cover. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Brings up second and 8 at the Steelers' 35-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Not today, you are. Not today.
Now Allen. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Check. Check 50. Check 50.
On the run, this is Hilliard. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Set now to kick the goes. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they
can fight it. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
and it is cold,
and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. Brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Motion. 58, boys, 58, Mike.
On 2nd and goal, Allen. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Jonnu Smith. His 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Browns have taken the lead. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Hauschko with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
On first down, Newton. Going deep here for Parker. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Devontae Parker, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. 58.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Bonnie Calhoun. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there. Dancing to his left.
And this is caught. It's Parker. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
That's it. 180. Check 52. Come on. They gonna need some therapy.
Newton on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. He's got this complete to Hamilton. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. A gain of 6 there on first. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Go, go.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Army, Army. Army, Army.
Throwing is Allen on third. And he'll find Hall. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. So he's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Come on.
On play action, Allen gets it to Meredith complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Allen now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. On the toss, it's Gurley. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Check 13.
Allen off the play fake. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Bravo.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. Gets this one to Hill. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Allen going to throw. And it's complete. What a catch at the 7. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. And again, it's Allen. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jonnu Smith in the final seconds of the first half as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Hauschka adds the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken at the 3. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Gun.
From the 30 on second down, Newton. And this is Parker, complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on second down. Newton, flush to his right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Again, Newton. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. All day.
In his own end zone, it's Allen. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll get him down up past the 15. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? On first down, Hilliard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
58 to Mike.
Throwing now is Allen. He's got Smith here. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Going quickly out wide to Moore. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Like 22.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now it's Newton. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. Caught, it's Wilson. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Agnew now to return. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 38, Allen. It's caught, Smith. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
And the Browns, 1st down.
6-6, pull it high.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Like 22, he's coming, 22's coming.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Mike's 20. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. He's coming.
They go to Johnson again. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And we're back now here in Cleveland. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
58 for Mike. 58 for Mike.
Regular.
Check 24. Alert 3.
X3. 218. Chop. Half 10.
From the gun, it's Allen. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Paul Richardson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Hauschko with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Newton now to throw. Open man here is Hamilton. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 44 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Newton. Buying time to his left. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a give right side, Coleman. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 19th touchdown now on the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
He's crashing. He's
middle.
check.
Allen now looks to throw. Complete. Richardson has it. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. The Browns on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is third down and 12. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. Second and goal from inside the 5. Play action. It's Newton. Completes it to Coleman. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 20 on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Pass 85, pass 85. Hey, tight. Go.
From the 35 on second down, Allen. Johnson's got it complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
Pass 10. Pass 85, pass 85. Hey, wahoo!
58, Mike. Check pass. 58.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Malik Jackson, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Operating from the gun, Allen. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. T.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. On first down, it's Coleman. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Partner, so much for situational football because that's the absolute last thing you want to do when you're protecting a lead in the 4th quarter. Not only do you lose yardage, but you find a way to go out of bounds and stop the clock.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. This is Richard. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was